What's up guys, TSlaps here, and we're back with the new Draft League video, baby. I'm your coach of the Buffalo Drills, and this is our week 3 game of the BBR-D League. Last week we took an unfortunate loss against our opponent where we got crit and lost our Hoopa counter, allowing Hoopa to really just claim lives against us. This week we're going up against Vortex and the Chicago Grookies. Of course, you can go check out our opponent and all the other BBR coaches down in the description below, as well as be sure to hit that subscribe button to stay up to date on our Pokemon content, and leave a like if you do end up enjoying the video. I would really appreciate it. This is going to be the team builder section of the video, and on screen is the timestamp where you can skip to see the battle. Our opponent has, in my opinion, one of the best teams in the league, with Meowscarada and Latias, which are both extremely hard for my team to switch into. We're also looking at an URSHIFU Ditto fight, with our opponent having URSHIFU Rapid Strike and an amazing defensive core of Heatran, Galarian Weezing, and Umbreon, which has the option to Terastallize. This is our worst matchup I feel like I've had so far this season, and in order to claim our first win this week, we need to prep and play to our absolute best. Starting off our roster this week is going to be Team Captain URSHIFU. We're opting for a choice scarf set this week in order to give me a pretty reliable revenge option for Latias. We speed tie with their URSHIFU and outspeed everything on their team prior to any speed boost. Bad Wicked Blows in close combats hit extremely hard into my opponent, with their best response being Galar Weezing or a Terra Fairy Umbreon, which we are carrying Iron Head for. We also have an option to freely U-turn on Latias for super effective damage, avoiding the Cobra Berry lure, and to also give our team Twitch initiative on either of the fairy types coming in. I feel like a problem I've been having is playing too passive with URSHIFU these past few weeks and not letting myself click the stab buttons enough, so this week our goal is to get URSHIFU in as much as possible to punch as many holes into our opponent's team as we can. Now, with our opponent having an URSHIFU as well, we have one of the best checks I could think of in bulky Azumarill, earning a Sap Sipper set this week in order to also be a reliable switch into Meowscarada and prevent Trailblaze URSHIFU with Rocky Helmet to get extra chip damage on Meowscarada or URSHIFU clicking U-turn or surging strikes. We're opting for a mixed offensive moveset with Stab, Alluring Voice to break URSHIFU and punish Pokemon such as the Latias and URSHIFU for setting up. Stab Surf is our strongest move and hits Pokemon such as the Heatran, Galarian Weezing, and Crocalor extremely well. Lastly, we have Knockoff, which is very important in removing Choice Scarfers that outspeed and threaten our offensive components, Cobra Berry lure on Latias, or even Eviolite from Crocalor, which otherwise is kind of annoying for my team to break, and that can spread Will-O-Wisp burns pretty freely across my team. Lastly, we have an Encore in order to lock Pokemon such as Umbreon into moves like Wish, Latias in a setup, and many other options to allow my offense such as URSHIFU pivot in for free. Other than URSHIFU, we have Tornadus Therian, which can absolutely wreck shop against our opponent. Stab Shark Beat boosted Bleak Wind Storms are extremely hard to switch in for our opponent, especially with Tornadus outspeeding nearly everything other than the Meowscarada. We also have Nasty Plot this week in order to potentially sweep late game once we have weakened their team. We have coverage and Focus Blast for the Heatran and Icy Wind for the Sandy Shocks, and even after one Nasty Plot, pretty much everything on their team is OHKO'd by Tornadus, but even a non-boosted attack is putting an insane number of pressure on our opponent's team, which passive bulky Pokemon such as Umbreon give Tornadus a ton of opportunity to set up for free. Our next Pokemon is Muck, which is the last Pokemon on our roster not to have been brought by a battle. So a cool detail is that we have brought everybody by week 3, which I think is really cool. Our physically defensive Mug gives me a soft check to Meowscarada, who can't remove our Black Sludge thanks to Sticky Hold, but also absorbs Toxic Spikes from Galar Weezing and allows us to set up our own Toxic Spikes on the opponent to continue pressuring their team. Muck also gives us a safe pivot into Galarian Weezing and Terra Fairy Umbreon, who get pressured by Poison Jab and don't enjoy having their items removed by Knockoff. We're also carrying Taunt in order to prevent Umbreon from Wish spamming, stopping setup from Latias or Crocalor from spamming Will-O-Wisp, and Slack Off if it decides to switch in on our Muck. Our opponent has a few different hazard options with Toxic Spikes, Spikes, and Stealth Rocks all on their team, so we are bringing our Donphan in order to rapid spin hazards off our side of the field. Our somewhat offensive Donphan spread hits extremely hard into our opponent, with Stab Earthquakes not being well received by the opposing team. Heavy Slam breaks through Levitate Galar Weezing, Cryogonal, or Terra Fairy Umbreon. Ice Spinner also punishes Meowscarada, and Latias trying to come in for free on my Donphan. Our special defensive investment and Assault Vest gives Donphan enough bulk to avoid 3 KO from Earth Power from Sandy Shocks, and after a rapid spin boost, we even outspeed max speed Heatran. Rounding off our team again this week is our Terra Captain Hisuian Electrode. With our opponent's speed tiers, we can afford to run Modest Electrode, and with the held Expert Belt, our Hisuian Electrode does really well into our opponent. Thunderbolt as our main stab, breaks through URSHIFU and Wheezing, Energy Ball breaking through the Sandy Shocks, and Terra Blast Fairy hitting our opponent's team extremely hard, breaking Masquerada, Latias, and Umbreon. Our last move is Volt Switch, which pairs well with URSHIFU's U-turn to allow my team to keep offensive momentum in this matchup. This is our team for Week 3 of the BBR-D League. I'm so excited to see how this team works out and to see if we can snag our first win of the new draft league. What do you think, and what changes would you make? Let me know down in the comments below. Make sure you're subscribed to not miss a single week of draft league content. The playlist is in the description for the BBR-D League, where it will be updated weekly with our matches. Go check out our opponent as well in the description below. Thank you for sticking around for the team builder. Please leave a like if you did enjoy, and without holding you on any longer, let's hop right into the battle. Alright, we're into the battle with our opponent. Let's see what they decided to bring. They decided to bring their URSHIFU Rapid. They got Masquerada. I misspelled that on my freaking notepad. Oh my goodness. Heatran. Sandy Shocks. They got, let's see what else. G Wheezing. And Umbreon, which is their Terra Captain. And it's Terra Poison, our opponent let us know. So, things we see, no Latias, that's actually stupid nice. No Cryogonal, no Crocalors, Loki pretty nice, no Hisuian Zooark is nice, and no Squawkabilly. Okay, so I didn't really have a set lead for this game versus the past 2 weeks, where I really had a set lead. I already knew what I wanted to do. I think I can just lead Hisuian Electrode, though, pretty freely against their team. The only thing that it takes the Volt Switch would be their Sandy Shock, which then doesn't appreciate the Energy Ball. So I think this is a fine lead for us. We already wish good luck up onto our opponent. So yeah, no Latias is super nice. Didn't really have great switch-ins for that. And of course, like it being a setup set would be super scary. No Cryogonal was nice. So their only hazard removal on their team is Galarian Wheezing. Gotta find out if that's Levitate or if it's neutralizing gas or what. No Crocalor is nice. We don't have to worry about Willow spam. No Hisuian Zooark, so no disguise gimmicks. And no Squawkabilly is nice because I just rejected prepping for it. So they're gonna lead off with their Masquerada. I don't want to take a hurt U-turn or a big thing. A big U-turn or a big Ice Spinner. So I'm going to go ahead and Terra and click Terra Blast. I can't click Volt Switch in case I just lead Spikes. So I'm going to go ahead and just click Terra Blast here. They're going to go ahead and swap out. So I don't love having a Terra right there right away because I would have liked to remain my Grass type for the Sandy Shocks. But it's fine. We're going to get a big hit off on this thing right now before it Terras into a Poison type. So we're going to Volt Switch next turn. I wish I had Taunt on this set, but it's okay. It's going to get a Wish off this following turn. And we're going to be able to see what kind of spread this is, physically defensive, especially defensive, what this Umbreon wants to do to us, right? And which wants to take. So we can go ahead and fire off a Terra Blast here. And we're going to do roughly like 45%. So I would say that's pretty specially defensive, maybe a bit of a mixed wall, but definitely leaning more specially defensive. I'm going to go ahead and Volt Switch this time. As they Terra into a Poison type. My switch in at that point will probably be my Torn to go ahead and pressure this thing right away. I think that's what I want to go for. I could also go Muck and set out my T-Spikes. It does suck though because with this thing being a grounded Poison type after Terastallizing, my Toxic Spikes aren't going to be as great as I want them to be. I mean, I could also go in a Dawn Fan. Their switch into Earthquake could be G Wheezing, I guess. So maybe I do just want to go Torn. But if they go Torn, if I go Torn and they set up a Wish, they go Sandy Shocks and they get Hazards up for pretty much free. But I think I'd rather go into Dawn Fan right now and let G Wheezing come in rather than letting Sandy Shocks take a Wish. That's a little bit more annoying for me. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm going to go into my Dawn Fan here. Okay, Sandy Shocks is going to be a bit annoying for me. So we're going to get the Wish off on this. We're going to see the Wish come off. This is going to be the first Wish PP. They're sitting at about 35% or so. And we also don't see leftovers, so that's pretty important as well. So I can fire off a Heavy Slam here for pretty much free. And I guess that's fine. I'm cool with that. I'm gonna go ahead and click Heavy Slam here. They're gonna click Protect. That's cool with me. I'm gonna go ahead and click Earthquake this time around. This Umbreon's sitting pretty healthy again. That's cool. That's not a big problem to me. I'm gonna go ahead and click Earthquake this time around. And if they go into G-Weezing, they go into G-Weezing. That's fine. I get to go into my Muck, I guess, and go from there. G-Weezing's still going to be annoying with spamming Will-O-Wisp, same thing that the Crocodile is going to do to us. But I think, I mean, what do you do here? If you go into URSHIFU on the Heavy Slam, you're taking a big chunk from Earthquake. No way you go into Heat Ram or Sandy Shocks on this. I mean, our pretty offensive Donphan does really well. They don't appreciate my Earthquakes across this team, especially if we can get that G-Weezing going. But they're going to go into Meowscarada, which would not have appreciated the Heavy Slam had they opted to stay in, or had I gone for that again. But I'm going to get off a pretty good EQ, do about 30% to it. We're going to go ahead and switch out, go into, of course, our Sap Sipper Azumarill here. If they get up spikes, that's a little sucky, but that's fine with me. I'm going to go into Azumarill here, and we're going to scout what they want to do. So I think we're in a pretty decent spot. I kind of regret that we didn't bring hazards or anything, but I think we'll be fine. We hopefully get some intel on this Meowscarada this turn, see what he wants to do to us. I mean, even if they just U-turn and pivot out, I mean, we're going to be in getting some Rocky Helmet chip on it, which is going to be nice. If they click triple Axle trying to break Torn or just going for like a middle ground play, they're going to be taking a ton of chip from the Rocky Helmet. So we'll see what they decide to do here as we go into our Sap Sipper Azumarill, of course. What are they going to opt to do here? We're going to see triple Axle, and they miss. Oh, no, the Protean. Okay, bet. Please don't miss. No! No! I freaking... Ah, that sucks. Well, hopefully they stay in for some reason, right? I mean, I get to click knockoff, but that's what I want to do. Because what do you go into here? You go into G-Weezing, you go into Umbreon. I mean, I think knockoff is pretty safe. Not going to do a ton of damage to anything, right? But just getting an item removed on anything, whether it be like Umbreon's boots or, I mean, Umbreon's boots wouldn't really matter. G-Weezing's leftovers or helmet. Any of that's going to be nice, right? So I'm going to go ahead and click knockoff here. It sucks that they missed that triple Axle because I would be in a great spot. So that sucks. We're going to see Snoop, so that is going to be their G-Weezing this time around. And we are going to see neutralizing gas, which is actually really, really crazy to see. We're going to knock their Shucka Berry off, so that's super, super important that they don't have Shucka anymore. That means my Donphan just clicks EQ for super free against this team. I'm wishing I was Ice Shard this time around instead of Spinner, but that's fine. To go into G-Weezing, my play is going to be to go into our DNA here, our Muck, and we should be in a good spot. I mean, obviously they get to Willow for pretty free here, and I'm not gonna appreciate it. Oh my God, Muck, why are you covering the entire camera, bud? Yeah, so obviously not a ton I could do about that, and I knew that going into this game that Willow spam was really, really good against my team. But it's all right. We get to just go ahead and sit in front of this thing now. I can just click taunt. I mean, I can click taunt to force this thing's out. I think we're just stuck in a neutral position here against this thing. I'm gonna go ahead and click. I want to click Toxic Spike. I mean, there's no point. We have 2 grounded poisons this game, so that kind of sucks that I went for a Toxic Spike set. So I can click taunt themselves. Okay, I mean that's cool with me. I'm gonna go ahead and click Poison Jab here. Do absolutely 0 damage. That's crazy. But yeah, I mean we just slowly chip this thing down. This is cool. I don't really think I need this for anything else at the moment. I guess I could switch predicting the Heat Ran to come in. Because, let me guess, Willow Taunt, right? And then you got probably Pain Split. So you either have Sludge Bomb or you have a Strange Steam. You only have one of your stabs this game, right? So I think I could go into Donphan here. Because you don't click Willow again here. You click Sludge Bomb or Strange Steam, or you go into your Heat Ran here. is my guess. Or he goes Sandy Shocks, which is once again fine with me. So I'm gonna go ahead and double into my Donphan. I don't like sitting in here forever for now. So we are gonna see the swap out. I think my recording might have cut out again. It did. I knew it. All right, let's see. Oh, it just crashed. Okay. So give me 1 sec. So it did go into heat ran. My recording did crash. So I'm glad I caught that this time around. Hopefully we can get it back up here in a second. We will see. But heat ran did come out, so we did make the right play as I went into Donphan, or as we went into Donphan there. So we got the recording back up in time. That's pretty cool. Been struggling with that recently. So I get to click Earthquake here for free. I mean, your switching to this is non-existent. I'm a Soul Vest. I can take any hit. If you click Willow here, crazy play, right? But they're going to go ahead and swap out, go into Meow. I mean, we are just getting so much chip on this Meow. Eventually, this thing is not going to be a switch into us anymore. So this is fine with me. Like, I don't think you can take another one. Looking at that damage. It's going to be close, right? But like, looking at our Donphan, like, if that's no HP investment, we have a good chance of 3 KO. It's pretty close, but I think we got it next time. I'm going to go ahead and make the same play I did last time. That, or I could go into Muck right now. I don't think we need to, though. I'm good just to go back into a Azumarill here. If you want to click, like, the grass move this time, like you're banded, and you want to click grass move, awesome, right? Like, we're in an awesome spot. So we're going to go ahead, go into our Azumarill this time. As you click U-turn, now you're definitely not taking the EQ this final turn. So my Donphan next time just gets to click EQ and claim one. So Meowscarada is in a really bad spot now. I didn't get to see how much damage that did, so I have to double check that here in a moment. But I mean, what are you going to here? You can go into G-Weezing, that's fine. Honestly, if they go G-Weezing, I might go Torn, and just start firing off Bleak Wind Storms. Just get the G-Weezing out of there. The G-Weezing is kind of annoying for me to pivot into because of the Will-O-Wisp, but it's going to be super pressured this game. So what are we going to see from you? If once we pivot in our Donphan again, we're in a great spot. I mean, Sandy Shocks is getting O-Code, Heat Rank getting O-Code, Meowscarada is getting O-Code, URSHIFU is probably getting 2-shot. I mean, Donphan's going to have a field day. So they're going to go into this thing. That's fine. I'm going to go ahead and for now, I mean, do I want to go into... Alright, they're not going to 348. I don't think I took any other damage with the Azumarill. They did 14 with the U-turn, so it looked like just max attack. So, I mean, if I go into Torn here on Galarian Weezing here, am I just in a decent spot just to click? I think so. I think we are. I'm going to go ahead and make that play this time. I don't mind getting burned, obviously. I'm going to make that play because Muck is kind of a neutral play. I think Muck's just going to be a big sack for me against URSHIFU at this point. Assuming it's not SD. I don't want it to be an SD set and get up free SDs. But it's going to knock me down to 260 with that Strange Steam. So we're looking at 26%. So looking like a mineral for no investment, just fine. So I think that their only attack is Strange Steam, meaning that, I mean, we could have a Muck versus G-Weezing just stall battle. I get to go ahead and click Bleak Wind Storm. I think they're pretty much free here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to get this damage off. If they go Heat Ran, they go Heat Ran, right? That's fine. I get some chip off, and then hopefully next time a Bleak Wind Storm into Focus Blast will kill. So they are going to go Heat Ran here. I get a Bleak Wind Storm off. We actually did a decent amount with that, I'm not going to lie. And we get the speed drop, which is pretty important if it was Scarfed. So I could stay in here. I could stay in and get off a Focus Blast here. And I might be able to pick up the KO. I probably wouldn't. But I don't think there's a point in me risking that just yet. I'm going to go ahead and swap out. And, what would I go into? I think I might just actually stay in and take this hit. I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to go ahead and fire off a Focus Blast here. I do not care. We can take any hit from this thing. I need you to connect here. And I think I'll probably pivot out on the following turn because I don't want to... I don't know. This is a pretty dangerous play. But, I mean, you don't have a great switching into this. They're Choppable. Okay, okay. So we are going to see the Choppleberry Heat Ran here. So I don't know if we killed. That did not do a lot. So they're going to get rocks up here. So that's a little annoying, but we do have Donphan obviously to spin, and as we can tell, Donphan is like super free anytime it comes in. So with the Choppleberry, are we looking at a Spadef set then? Maybe like max HP, meaning that if we click Chop without the Chopple this time, I think we can pick up the KO. So I'm going to go ahead and click it again here. Did my recording cut out? I think my recording cut out again. Ah, how annoying. Alright, but they're going to switch out on the Focus Blast and go into their Umbreon, I believe that is. Yeah, they're going to go Umbreon here. Let me open up the recording again. I don't know why it's messing up the way it is. But they went into Umbreon on the Focus Blast. We did connect. And... oh, my recording didn't connect back. Oh, it's not good. I'm going to go ahead and make this play. I'm going to go into Donphan now. This is my chance to spin with Donphan on this Umbreon. I'm going to see if it comes back on here. So hopefully I can show y'all. It didn't pop up. Help! Okay, I'm going to go into Heat Ran here on the Umbreon. Once again. Oh, hey, man, this sucks. Why is my recording cutting out? I'm going to go into Donphan on the Umbreon as they click, what, Wish? They're going to click Baton Pass, so... don't love that. I don't love that. Can we get our footage back? We do. Okay, there we go. Alright. Question mark? Alright, there we go. So now we got it back. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for the technical difficulties. So I really wish I had Ice Shard now. Oh, that sucks. So I don't stay in here, obviously. I'm going to go into Azu. Azu's really, really nice here. I'm going to go ahead and do that. That was a really good Baton Pass. Good play on them. That like really keeps them in the game. Otherwise, I was in a good spot with Donphan to just click spin and go. I really wish I had Ice Shard instead of Spinner now. So they can click Flower Trick here. That's fine with me. I have the Sap Sippler. We're in a good spot here. And now what? I get to click Surf on the G Weezing coming in. I think so. So I'm going to go ahead and click Surf on G Weezing coming in. And then they Pain Split. And I go back into Torn, I guess. I guess that's my play. Yeah. We're going to go ahead and do that. We're going to go ahead and click Surf. Get some damage on the G Weezing. Although I guess it doesn't matter if I think their last move is Pain Split. Because they're just going to Pain Split back up, right? So they're going to go into G Weezing here. Get the Neutralizing Gas. Doesn't matter in this scenario. You get to click Surf. Does a good amount. So I have to keep this thing healthy for URSHIFU in the back. So I don't want to stay in the Surf again on a Pain Split. You know, make that kind of read or something like that. I'm going to go ahead and go into Torn here. I think after taking rocks, it's not going to be that big of a difference in Pain Split recovery. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. They're going to make a double. Okay. So what are you going to do now? As I go into Torn, Bud is... that sucks. They're going to go into their Nyaskarada. Okay. So... I'm going to go into my money trees here. And that doesn't matter. I'm going to get my recovery back. Obviously, I don't want to take... They know I'm Helmet. I'm going to go into Muck this time around. I don't need Muck. I don't want to take any more Helmet or any more Chip, any more Hazard Chip, anything like that. My Azumarill. I really want to keep it as healthy as I can for the URSHIFU at this point. So I'm going to go ahead and pivot into my Muck this time around. As what? You have to make a double, right? You stay in and you click Knockoff. That's crazy because you'd be dead. But obviously, we keep our item. So I kind of want to make a double here. The thing is, though, this thing isn't choiced, right? I don't think it's choiced. I could go into a Azumarill this time around, but I feel like you go Heat Ran. If you go Heat Ran, that's fine. If you go G Weezing, I want to make a play out of this. I don't want to stay in. Because what do you do here? You can. The thing is, if he U-turns, then it doesn't matter. I could go into Azu on the U-turn here. But maybe they're Scarfed Meow. And that's what I'm thinking. Because I have not seen him swap moves. So I think you switch out here, preserving your Mao. You go into Heat Ran, you go into G Weezing. I think I get to go into Muck here. Or not Muck. I think I get to go into Donphan here. Not on the G Weezing, but I meant like the Muck or the Sandy Shocks is my thought. Muck or the Sandy Shocks. Heat Ran or Sandy Shocks. I cannot get my thoughts together. But yeah, we are going to get the play right. We are going to see Heat Ran come in, and I get to spin here. I get to spin. Get these hazards off my side of the field again. We outspeed Heat Ran after a rapid spin. So I get to click spin here. You can't go into Meow right now. I think that Meow is scarfed at this point. So I get to spin. You ran sitting at about 55%. We haven't seen Sandy Shocks or URSHIFU yet. This is... Oh, they're going to miss the Willow. That is so crazy. They actually did have Willow on this, and they're going to miss. That is so big. If they get the Flame Body, I wouldn't even be mad about it. Okay, yeah, that's completely deserved. That is completely deserved. That does suck, though. Don't get me wrong. I would love to have not been burned. But we have to beat this thing now, and we get the EQ for pretty much free on their team. Once again, they don't have a switch into this. I guess if they go Urshi, that kind of sucks, but we got a Zoomer on the back. We're sitting fine and pretty. We outspeed this thing after a spin. And rocks are now off our side of the field. So that's nice. That's nice that they got that back. Sorry about the cutting in and out of the commentary. Or not the commentary, but the footage. Really annoying. But it's all good. So I'm curious what your switch-in is here, because Weezing's definitely getting two-tapped. Sandy Shocks isn't appreciating it. Meowscarada, I think, is dropping. I mean, you can go Urshi, I guess. That's what we're going to see. We're going to see Umbreon. Is Umbreon going to get two-shot here at this range? I sure hope so. We're going to see an Earthquake. Please, two-shot. That is so close. That is so freaking close. But I mean, I get the EQ here again. If we kill, that's cool. If not, which I don't think we are, I get to go into my... Oh yeah, cool. So I think I get to go into my Torn here. And we're in a good spot. If you don't protect with this thing, you're crazy. I'm going to go ahead, go into my Torn here. And then what's your play from this point, man? I mean, I get to Nasty Plot for free against this thing, as they like probably try to wish up again, thinking that they can be like sneaky, take the hits, you know? So I think we're in a good spot now, because they probably think they take the hits with them being Terra Poison, but I get the Nasty Plot for free on them, as they like try to wish up again, you know what I mean? So I think we're in a fine spot here. You're gonna let your Umbreon die. Okay, that is cool with me. Umbreon is now at like 12%. Dead for the game at this point, pretty much. So that's good for me. That is super good for me. I understand why they made it, though. They really couldn't let themselves just be in that back foot and let myself get this tournament for free. So you get to go into Sandy Shocks here. I mean, you could go Meow as well. It's crazy that this Meow has stayed alive for as long as it has. But now that rocks are gone, I'm pretty happy with just going into a Zoom roll next time Meow is in order to get the helmet chip off. And hopefully picking up the KO. Like I said, I really wish I had Ice Shard on a Zoom or on my Heat Ran now rather than Ice Spinner. I had it for the Latios just so it could set up completely like unpunished, because obviously be able to recover off any Ice Shard damage pretty reliably. But hopefully we see what we want to see here. I guess Sandy Shocks, like I said, is probably their switch in. I could go into Muck and sack it, I guess. They're going to go into this thing. I'm going to go into Azumarill here. Oh, they get the Wish with this thing. Ooh, I forgot about that. Okay, that kind of sucks. That actually really sucks. I need to find a position to get my URSHIFU in. And I can just click Iron Head. But I'm going to go ahead and go into my Azumarill here. We're going to save Muck. I think Muck's going to be a sack into URSHIFU. At this point, I do need to find a point to get my URSHIFU in. So we are going to see that knockoff. That's a little unfortunate, right? But that's fine. We're going to lose our helmet here. And now we get to surf, I guess. We get to surf here for pretty much free. Your switch enemy is non-existent at this point. I mean, I could have learned voice. But I mean, I could put you in the range of another surf. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to click surf here. You're going to U-turn. Okay, so we know you're not Scarf finally. That's good to know. Triple Axel U-turn, knockoff, and Flower Trick is your whole moveset here. Which is crazy. That means had I brought Earthworm, you would have completely walled it. I was definitely scared of it being low kick and prep. But now this thing is super, super weak. I get to go into Muck, I think, on this thing. The thing is, if I go Muck, though, that lets in Heat Ran to set up rocks again, and then I have to try to find another chance to spin, which isn't like impossible, but that's an annoying thing to have to deal with. Unfortunately, Weezing does outspeed me here, and so it either Strange Steams me or it Pain Splits me. I don't want to get Pain Split right now, so Strange Steam or Pain Split. I mean, if I go Meow or if I go Torn, am I fine? I could go into Muck. Like I said, that lets in Heat Ran, though. I can Taunt, though. I could go into Dawn Fan and be in a decent spot. I kind of like going Dawn Fan here and clicking Ice Spinner. Does Ice Spinner kill Meowscarada at this range? I'm not going to have time to calc it. I think I like that play. I think I'm going to go Dawn Fan here. Let me calc it now. I think that's the good play to make. So if I am burned, am I killing with an Ice Spinner? I'm not. But I think it's still a good play to make. I'm going to go ahead and click Ice Spinner here. Or did I click Earthquake here? I could click Earthquake. If they go Meow, that's cool. I go Muck. And sack it finally. Yeah, I think that's a better play. I'm going to go with the EQ here. If they go Meow, they go Meow. I don't know. I'm not afraid of this. I misclicked. I misclicked and clicked Heavy Slam, which I guess is an okay middle ground play, but that's not what I meant to click. Because EQ and Heavy Slam were doing the same damage anyways, pretty much. So that was a misclick. It is what it is, though. We're gonna get off a bit of damage here. Heavy Slam, do a decent amount. That sucks. Ice Spinner would have done just a bit more, but it's okay. We're going to go ahead, go into Muck this time. We're going to go ahead and sack Muck. I'm like in a really bad spot. I think once we sack this Muck, we'll be in a decent spot if we can get the sack off right now. Because we're just not in a position. I've been playing like really defensive. And I just need to get like either my Hisuian Electrode in right now, which with Umbreon dead is great. If I get my Hisuian Electrode in, we're in a great spot. Heat Ran super weakened. Yeah, I think that's the spot I want to be in right now. This thing doesn't have Sucker Punch, the Meowscarada. So I think that's the point I need to get to. This sucks. U-turn's a good play, because now they get to go into Heat Ran for free. They're going to get a crit. Not a big deal. If I see Heat Ran, that's a tough blow to me. Yeah, if I see Heat Ran, that's really, really tough. I think if I see Heat Ran, what is my play to make at that point? I guess we go Torn, or do I just go Urshifu? I might just go URSHIFU, but I don't want to get flame bodied. That's a big risk. I think I'd go Torn. Torn should be able to pick up the KO with that rapid spin chip. We are going to see this thing come in. Can I kill with a knock? Oh no. Can I kill this thing with a knock? I sure freaking hope so. Oh gosh. Let me see. Muck versus Umbreon. I'm assuming you're Boots. I'm burned. You're Terra Poison. I'm burned. Wow, that's close. I don't think I kill, which is the craziest thing. I don't think I kill. So I think I go into Torn here, and I get to Nasty Plot at this point. That's crazy that I don't kill this thing. Oh, Muck, you suck. Okay. Yeah, Muck was just, I think, a bad bring this week. It sucks. It is what it is, though. We're going to go into our Torn. They're going to wish up here. You got to protect this time. I think you got to protect. And you don't know I have Nasty Plot. I haven't clicked it yet. I'm going to go ahead and click Nasty Plot here. They're going to protect. So we've seen 3 wishes, I think, at this point. I'm going to go ahead and get up a Nasty Plot here. And, sir, what is your play? What is your play? So I can click Icy Wind here, I think, for a good spot. It predicts the Sandy Shocks coming in. And I think that's the play I want to make. I think I want to click Icy Wind on the Sandy Shocks coming in. Because you don't want to take this Bleak Wind Storm at +2, I don't think. I think you want to keep this thing healthy. So I'm going to go ahead and click Icy Wind on the Sandy Shocks coming in. Alright, we misplayed. They click Baton Pass in. But they're going to Baton Pass the speed drop. They're going to Baton Pass the speed drop, so they can't go Meow. They can't go Sandy Shocks here. Or, I mean, I guess they could go Sandy Shocks. But I think I'd live a hit from Sandy anyways. And thanks to the speed drop, I mean, we're in a decent spot. We're going to see Meow. Alright, I think they forgot that they don't outspeed me now. And we know it's not Scarfed. Can I just kill with Icy Wind at this point? I think so. Let me see. What's this one called? Meow? Escarada? Yeah, I mean, we should just kill with this Icy Wind. Go ahead. Go ahead. Let's see it. Let's go. They definitely forgot about the speed drop. That's amazing. That's amazing. All right, so we're finally going to get a KO in this match, man. This has felt like it's gone on forever, but Meow is gone, which is super, super nice. Okay, that's good. That's good for me. So what are we going to see now? Sandy Shocks has to come in, I think. That or URSHIFU. But we are going to see Sandy Shocks. I'm going to go ahead and pivot out here. We're going to see the Proto Pop. What are we going to see? We're going to see speed. Okay, so there's going to be speed boosting. So we know this thing outspeeds me. I mean, I could stay in and take this hit into a kill with Ice Beam, right? We know it's not AV. I can just 2 a KO with Icy Wind at this point. It's not KOing me ever. Thunder Bolt. I mean, you're never KOing me with Thunderbolt here. And I can 2-shot with Icy Wind. I think I like that. I'm going to do it. It's kind of risky. Very, very risky. Okay, so it's going to try attack me. I guess predicting me to swap out. We don't see a status, luckily. So we're going to get the Icy Wind off. We're going to do a big chunk to it. Get the speed drop. So now we definitely outspeed this thing now. And we get the Icy Wind again. Torn is about to go in. Alright, so I think we get pick up KO here. If you go Urshi, then cool, we get the speed drop off, and then we can KO the following turn. You could stack like Heat Rain, Chi Weezing. What are you going to do here, man? You're going to go ahead and stack your... You can go ahead and stack your Sandy. And now we're in a good spot. We're in a great spot right now. So... LaRusso, that has to be the Urshi here. Okay. So, I don't think we have to fear him setting up. He can't set up here. He can't ever set up because I go into my Sap Zipper Zoom Row here. He can never set up... I mean, he can set up a Sword Stance, right? But he can never set up a Trailblaze, which is the big thing. I can't risk him being Scarf there and losing my Torn. Torn is super great. So... 146 to 111. That's 35. So 35, 35, 35. That's like 100. What is that? 70, 105? Do 105 to me. So URSHIFU knocked me down to 105. Or did 105 damage to me. So definitely not banded. He could have been Adamant. Or Jolly. He's looking more like Jolly. I'm going to go ahead and let myself go down here. I don't need this thing anymore. I'm going to click Alluring Voice. If they try to SD, we're good. They can't ever Trailblaze because I'm Sap Zipper. They're going to go ahead and switch out here. and we're gonna see what come in. Wheezing come in. That's cool with me. I'm gonna go ahead. I like keeping Azumarill around for the sake that it can't sap tip for me, or it can't Trailblaze on me ever. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave it. I'm gonna go ahead and sack Muck here. That or I go into Donphan, but I think I like sacking Muck better. But Muck and sacking it does me nothing at this point. So I'm gonna go ahead and go into Donphan here. I don't want to go into Torn because they pain split. They get to stay healthy. So I'm gonna go into Donphan here. They're gonna string steam me. So they are gonna be able to KO me this turn, which is fine. You did amazing, Donphan. You were great. Sucks that you had to get burned, but you did what you had to. So we're gonna see a KO from G-Weeze. And now, what do we do here? We go into Torn and just click buttons. You just go back into Torn and click buttons. So against the Galarian Weezing, did we just KO with a neutral Bleak Wind Storm? We should. So I'm gonna go ahead and click it here. Bleak Wind Storm. If the Umbreon comes in, I get the Nasty Plot against it. We're in a great spot. This Torn set's about to go in again. Torn is looking amazing. Can I live Asserting Strikes from URSHIFU? Because I know you're not boosting item. What are you gonna go into? You're gonna sack Heatran here. You're gonna sack Umbreon. You're gonna sack your Heatran here, which is pretty scary. I won't lie. But look, we missed there. We missed, right? We got our miss out of the way. So I need you here. Torn. You have missed every single week. I think I only brought you week 1. I'm not gonna lie, but you missed week 1. You've missed you already. I need you here. I need you to connect. There we go, Torn. We'd love to see it. But Torn is gonna pick up the kill on Heatran, which is good because I really didn't want to take the chip there, and I also didn't want to lose or let Rocks get up either. So from worst case is like their Mystic Water, right? Because we know they're not banded. I live in Adamant Mystic Water. If they click Icy Wind here, or if they click Ice Spinner, I guess. Can I live in Ice Spinner? I live in Ice Spinner. So I live any hit. The thing is though, if I miss and they click Trailblaze, am I in a terrible, terrible spot? I think so. I think I just have to go ahead and sack my Azumarill here. I think that's just my safest play. I could go ahead and pick up the KO here, but I just can't risk the thing being Trailblaze and like reverse sweeping me, right? So I'm gonna go ahead. We can go into Azu here. Azu was meant to beat this thing. At least take it on, I mean. So Urshi's gonna pick up the kill on Azu here. So what's my play now? I mean, Urshi lives a hit, right? Urshi always lives one? Maybe that just was like, maybe that was a useless play. I think I had the right idea, but I just don't think there's any way for me to avoid this. I live Asserting Strikes always. And I can CC this thing. So I think I have to waste Urshifu here. What was G Weezing at again? I think I had the right idea, but I think I'm going to have to end up risking it anyways, which really, really sucks. Because I don't think Electrode ever lives its hit from Urshifu Rapid Strikes. The calc isn't popping up. I'm going to have to make the risk, I think. I don't love that. So sacking Azu was not the play there. I mean, the right idea just didn't really do me anything. I just have to risk it here. They didn't click Trailblaze, something in their Scarf. They are Scarfed. So I should live. Even Mystic Water boosted, which is kind of what that's looking like. Well, no, obviously it's not Mystic Water because it's Scarfed. Please, 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 please. Yes! Alright. So Torn is going to be able to pick up the kill on Urshi. So I kind of lost a differential point there with Azu. But it's fine. So what's your play now? You go Umbreon. Did I live a foul play from Umbreon? Let me see. I might just have to swap out here. I doubt I do. That looks like I'm super weak. Foul play is definitely killing me. So I have to swap out here. I could go into K-Dot. If I go into K-Dot here, then I get to go into Urshi and start clicking Iron Head. And then versus Galarian Weezing, am I like fine if that's the case? Can I like two-shot that thing with Iron Head if I just lock in? Probably not. So I'm gonna have to go into it here for now. I mean, I could also go into this actually, because I should be able to kill the Thunderbolt, so Weezing can't come in. Yeah, I can kill with the Thunderbolt, so Weezing can't come in. Just super nice. They're Alluring Voice. Final move's Alluring Voice. Okay, that's good to know. So I'm also glad that I did Nasty Plot there. But I really wish I was I was Taunt now on this thing, but it's fine. We get the Thunderbolt here. So they're gonna wish. I use Thunderbolt spam, I think, until they're out of Wish PP. I just never let G-Weezing come in here. I have to click a little bit faster. We're running out of time a little bit. But I think we should be fine. We use Thunderbolt spam. They aren't even gonna... Oh, they live barely. That sucks. That's fine. So they used a 4th Wish there. And we just gotta keep spamming Thunderbolt as quick as we can. Because, I mean, is there anything else I can do here? A Muck does me nothing. I could go Torn, but if I Nasty Plot, then I get Alluring Voiced. Yeah, we're gonna get a Thunderbolt pair, and that pretty much kind of wraps it up here. Oh! Oh! Why? I forgot about that. That kind of sucks. They're gonna use a 5th Wish. So, I mean, if you go G-Weezing and I get paired, that sucks. But we're just gonna make this play. They're gonna get fully paired. So, I'm guessing they protected there. That's fine. So that's their 5th Wish. We got 3 more to burn through. Kind of just spamming here. But I mean, I don't think we can ever lose this game, luckily. Alluring Voice is going to be a little bit annoying if I try to Nasty Plot with Torn to win this, but it's cool. We're in a good spot, I think. So they're going to use a 6th Wish. So we got 2 more. If I get the Thunderbolt off, I should kill the Galarian Weezing coming in here. But they're just going to stay in. Oh, wait, they Baton Pass. Oh, no, they didn't Baton Pass. Okay. Actually, that would be a smarter play for them to do here. We had a Baton Pass into it. So I think what I do is I Thunderbolt this time. If they wish again, next time they wish, I Volt Switch on... Okay, yeah, this time I Volt Switch. Do I Volt Switch or do I just go... I might as well just go hard into it. I'm going to go hard into Torn. Wow, I'm actually a lot weaker than I thought I was. That's a little sucky, but it's fine. We get to go into Weezing, or not Weezing here. We get to go into our Torn here as they Baton Pass out. And I get more recovery. I do need some regen health here. They're gonna get fully paired. I'm gonna imagine they click Baton Pass there. That makes the most sense to me. I'm gonna go ahead and pivot back out. Go into my do I just want to go into this? I mean, I could also go into G-Weezing. Not G-Weezing. Go into this thing on Taunt. That'd be pretty free as well. But it's stuck into Alluring Voice. I don't think that does me a ton. I guess I'll just go back into my Hisuian Electro here. Kind of at a stall mate right now. Which is why I hate Terra Umbreon, dude. Terra Umbreon is disgusting. One of the worst things to go up against. It's going to get fully paired again. That's nice. I'm going to go ahead and click Thunderbolt here. Just spam it at this point. I get paired this time. This is a terrible match to watch here. But that's the last wish right there. That has to be the last wish. So I get to click Volt Switch this time. On... on Galarian Weezing coming in. That's my thought, at least. That's my thought. That's the only way to get back into this, I think. Yeah, Uberton Bass out. Cool. So after last wish, we're going to predict the Weezing coming in as they go into Galarian Weezing. And I get the Nasty Plot, and then just go ahead and click buttons. So how healthy are you going to get here? Pretty healthy, but I should be able to two-shot you. Maybe even one-shot you. Let me see. Yeah, +2 we're one-shotting. So I get the Nasty Plot here. This is my chance to Nasty Plot for free. And then we just two-shot the Umbreon coming in. So that should be it for us. Hopefully. Please don't show me it. Alright, cool. No confusion. Go ahead and give me the KO. Liquid Storm. So Torn actually going to be able to pick up all 6 KOs this game, which is super, super nice. This was definitely a longer game than I was expecting, but I think we played it really well. I think the Muck was a bad bring. I think we could have brought something else better, like Earthworm. I think I had Zelf initially on the team for a little bit. I think either one of those would have been better brings than Muck, so that was a little bit of a tough spot in terms of just misprep. You have another wish? What? What? Okay. That's fine, I guess. But that's going to be the game. GG to our opponent. And we're finally going to get our first win finally this week, which is super, super amazing. Moving up to 1 and 2. No idea who we play next week, but down in the description below, of course, is our entire BBR playlist where you can go ahead and check out previous weeks. As well as our opponent and all the other BBR coaches. You can go check everybody out down in the description below. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe if you are new, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.